Hey, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Reid, and welcome to Success Life Live. I primarily work with entrepreneurs, dream builders, creative people who are creating their life by design, and often that means that they are using social media to leverage their influence to grow their business, grow their passion, make an impact in the world. And so I wanted to take a minute and just talk about some of the common mistakes that I see people making when it comes to utilizing social media, and especially social media as it relates to their business or developing their purpose and passion in life through social media. And so the first one is keep it native. What do I mean by keep it native? Well, each social media platform, and by social media platform, I mean LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram and Pinterest and YouTube and all of the other different elements that are social media or media that utilizes the social network to convey a message, has a voice, has a personality, has a culture around it. So for instance, Pinterest versus LinkedIn. Though the same person may utilize both, they go to each of them differently with a different mindset and a different expectation of how they're going to be presented information, what kind of information they're going to get, and exactly how much time it's going to take them to engage with that information. And so when I say keep it native, so often the mistake I see is somebody will create a piece of content in Facebook and then share it to Twitter, then share it to LinkedIn, then share it to Instagram, then share it to Pinterest, and then share it out and share it out and share it out. Just doing share links like, oh, I'm going to share this out here. I'm going to share this out here. Or they'll copy and paste the link from a Facebook video up into their Twitter or their Instagram link. Doesn't work. You don't go to a Mexican restaurant expecting to be served Greek food. You go knowing what you're going for, and then it's just a matter of picking through the menu and finding what appeals to you. When I go to Twitter or Instagram or LinkedIn or YouTube or Facebook, I'm going for a different experience, a different type of engagement. And when you cross-post, share, cut and paste, and don't keep it native, you lose viewership, you lose engagement, you lose the opportunity to connect. Because when I go to Pinterest, I'm thinking visual, I'm thinking art, I'm thinking infographics, I'm thinking all kinds of creative things around that. And so I go in there expecting that, and what do I get? I get a hyperlink back to a Facebook Live video that you recorded on Tuesday. Take that content and create an infographic that references the information, and then include the link if you want. But make the content native to the place that you're posting. If you're going to take something and move it over to Twitter, understand the community of Twitter is a quick exchange of ideas and thoughts. It's not a bunch of hashtag and likes or hashtag and links back to something else, LinkedIn, etc. So when you create content, yes, have it on as many places as you can be seen, but make sure that the content is also relevant and displayed in a way that fits the community that you're posting it to. So one idea may take on several shapes, but it may be one central idea. And I think the best analogy for you ladies is the little black dress. It's a dress that can be worn anywhere and has many styles, but when you say you need to wear a little black dress, you got it. But it may look different for different occasions. Keep it native. The number two thing that I often see is the content interrupts. So when I'm on Twitter and I'm reading, the character kind of, the short speeches, the ideas, the rant, the information exchange, I'm seeing it in a very different format. And then all of a sudden, in comes your interruption, a link sending me someplace to learn more. It's like, well, I don't want to leave Twitter to go find out what you're talking about, to share your idea, to like your post, or whatever. I don't want to go there. I'm here because I'm here. It's like having, again, using the restaurant analogy, to get up and leave the restaurant and go across the street to get dessert to bring it back to eat it with the people that you're having dinner with. Same thing when you post something on LinkedIn and you may give me a paragraph at the beginning and then For more, go here, follow my link, and you take me out to a video that you created on YouTube. Contain the information in a way that it doesn't require me to interrupt what I'm doing. And that's thumbing through that different type of social media. Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. I don't want to leave there to go learn more. I don't want to leave where I'm at to discover your next blog, to see your next video, to learn your next thing. Got it? And so make sure that what you're doing in the social media keeps me in that social media. Now, granted, you may want to include to find out more, go here, but don't make it a one paragraph like, oh, today I did this fabulous blog. You should go read it. Click, here's the link. Instead, take the blog, summarize it, make it 100 words instead of 500 words, and then say, to explore this idea deeper, take me there. Just like when you buy a book and you open it, and on the cover of the book or on the inside jacket gives you a summary of it. And then if you want to buy the book, you go ahead and you engage at it at a higher level. So don't interrupt. The third thing is, don't make demands. I see this so often with entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, mompreneurs, dreampreneurs, where they will sell. Oh, if you want to know more, sign up. If you want to get this, sign up. If you want to do this, sign up. I am not here to be recruited to. I am here to be engaged, to have a social experience, to gain some information, learn something, laugh, whatever. I do not have a wallet sticking out of my pocket that I need you reaching for and grabbing. If I learn to know, like, and trust you, and you drop one opportunity for me to know, like, and trust you at a deeper level, then I'm going to chase that. But when you're sitting there and it's constantly, follow me this, do that, I'm like, wait a minute, this is all about you and not about me, the viewer, the reader, the blogger, whatever. You've made this whole thing about how much more I can feed your ego instead of how you can be of service to me. So, okay, ask for the follow, ask for the like, ask for the engagements, but do it in a way that also honors the fact that I just gave you this content, this information, this whatever. I'd love your feedback. I'd love to know what you think. I'd love to know blah, blah, blah. I'd love you to share it because if this has value, I'd like other people to know it. And then let it go. But it should be 20% of the content, not the 80%. Give. Provide value, provide information, grow people in the 80%, and then you'll have all the opportunity you need to sell into the 20%. Another idea is to leverage pop culture. Now, what do I mean by that? Is that because we live in a social media world and we have instant access to information, I mean, it occurs at such a rapid rate that we can know what's going on from celebrities to politicians to weather in an instant. If you leverage the current culture, the current conversation that's occurring, whether it be in Twitter or LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook, whatever is trending, if you understand it, if you listen into it, and then match your content to it, you're going to have a higher success rate because you're going to appear and be more relevant in people's minds. So if you're talking about something that happened 3 days ago and you're selling yourself as a thought leader and an entrepreneur, a growerpreneur, a dream maker, a coach, or whatever it is that you're selling, and your content starts to feel stale the minute you record it, it's going to feel rehearsed. It's going to feel overly processed. So if something's happening in the world, whether it be from celebrity news to politics to weather to finances to fitness to health, know that information, use that pop culture, that current information as part of your content. Because people are already talking about it at the water cooler. Why not be included in the conversation? Another idea is to be micro. And so what do I mean by micro is you don't have to sell the whole book to somebody when you do your social media presentation on your new book. You don't have to sell the entire 6-month fitness program to somebody when you engage them, share micro. Now, you can string together multiple micro content into creating a really good long series. But remember, people are often doing multiple things when they're using social media, whether they're listening to you on YouTube or a podcast or scanning through or thumbing through, they're not always 100% engaged. And if you want to have a high retention rate with them, then you've got to make it micro, either in the thought or in the content. Now, to that same effect, what I will say is I often see this happen on live videos where somebody will come on and go off in 3 minutes. Now, understanding the technology, it takes me anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds to even be notified you're there. And then for me to get my big fat thumbs and click and hit the live button, and for me to settle in and start to learn, and then all of a sudden you're gone. It's like, well, that was a waste. Next time he comes on, next time she comes on, I'm not even going to bother trying to keep up. Make it relevant to the time and the space that you would be engaged. So if a Facebook video is 5 or 10 minutes, that's typical and normal because that's about what people would expect. YouTube is a little bit longer format because it's still somewhat thought of as like the TV channel. So people tune in for a little bit longer, a little bit deeper conversation. Twitter, obviously in and out mentality, quick comments. So keep it micro as it relates to the media or medium that you're using. Pinterest does a beautiful job at little microbytes, infographics, quotables, those kind of things. Don't write a 20-page blog and try and expect people in Pinterest to enjoy it and absorb it. Consistency and self-aware is another thing I see where people sometimes fail. Is one, they will start a project, whether it's an Instagram or LinkedIn or YouTube project or a Facebook Live project, and they'll do it Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, disappear on Thursday, come back on Friday, then Tuesday, Wednesday, then pretty soon Wednesday, then the 15th of the month. It doesn't work that way. If you're going to make a commitment to a particular social media platform and what you're going to develop content, know in advance what you have the ability to commit to. If you can only create one piece of word art a week, then commit to that and be consistent. If you're willing to commit to doing something live every single day, then carve it out. Now, granted, life happens and you may have the rare exception, but let your viewer, let your reader, let your follower know that, hey, by the way, I fell off the wagon, I had a problem come up, this, that, or another thing. But get right back in and hard and consistent. The other thing is be consistent with your self-awareness. Don't dump and run. Don't create a tweet. Don't create a post. Don't create a blog or a video or whatever it is. Dump it. Expect everybody to comment and absorb and like and follow without interacting with them. It's like hosting a dinner party, inviting everybody over. As soon as the room gets filled, you get up and leave. They're kind of like, wait a minute, where'd the host go? Where'd Eric go? I thought he invited us all here. I thought we were having an engagement. Remember, it's called social media because social, people connecting, exchanging, having conversations in this thing called Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. All right, so don't do the dump and run. Don't do it inconsistently. If you're going to start, make a plan to stick with it. Part of that is also letting your viewer, your reader, your follower know, hey, by the way, I'm here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 o'clock. I post new video, new content, new blogs at 2 o'clock every Thursday. Whatever it is, let them know when the ice cream truck is going to be driving through town so they can have themselves set up and ready to follow you. And then once they begin to follow you, once they begin to engage with you, once they begin to comment and share and like, talk back to them, talk with them, ask questions, dig deeper, get to know them. That is the wonderful magic of this new age of communication and business building. I have met so many phenomenal people because they dropped a comment on a video. They'd sent me a link or a question or a share or a like, and I followed up and I engaged with them. And over time, we became friends. And they've grown me and elevated my business, and I've been able to do the same for them because we now have this platform that is boundless. I have friends from around the world, and I call them friends, and we've never physically sat in the same room, but we've had conversations, we've shared ideas, we've mentored and coached and trained and held each other accountable. We've exchanged business ideas. We've encouraged each other. That is the beauty of social media, and using it correctly as an entrepreneur, mompreneur, solopreneur, creatorpreneur, whatever you are, that is the beauty of social media. But you've got to remember some basic rules. And so to recap, it's one, keep it native. Keep it to the platform. Work within the platform. Two, don't be an interrupter. Know what your people are looking for and where they're looking at it, and don't keep sending them off to go 3 aisles down. I mean, really, come on. If I'm in Twitter, do I want to hit your link to go back to Facebook? Now, I want to hear what you have to say, and then if I want to know more, fine, then I'll make the choice. So be sensitive about interrupting their thought, interrupting their process, interrupting their experience in that social media. Don't make demands the whole way through. Don't sell 80% of the time and give content 20% of the time. Give content, give information, give experience 80% of the time, and save the 20 for the sale. Because guess what? They will learn to like, know, and trust you, or know, like, and trust you to the degree that they will ask permission to buy from you instead of you having to force them to. Leverage pop culture. Remember, we want to use what's currently going on in the world, in our culture, in whatever it is. If you're into fitness and you're a fitness coach and you're talking about fitness and there's a new product, a new app, a new food, a new supplement, a new thought, you better know it and you better share it. Because that is the pop culture of the community that you're speaking to. Now, me speaking about Selena Gomez and who she's dating or whether she's in rehab, as a success coach, as a business building coach, as a transformational coach, that might be a disconnect. But at the same time, I can think of a way to utilize that pop culture to make something relevant about understanding people and communication and expectations. So get in touch with pop culture. Two, keep it micro. Now, like I said, you can have a train of micro content, even in the same recording. Like I did here by giving you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of list items. Each one of those is a piece of micro content combined together to create one big piece of content. Or I could break this up over 5, 6 different videos. But don't give them everything, because people can't absorb that much information in a format unless they're prepared to. And that's often done more in a webinar, seminar kind of thing. And then consistent and self-aware. You got to be consistent and you got to be self-aware. You got to be aware of what's going on with your posts, your tweets, your videos, your shares, your likes, whatever. You got to be aware of it and you got to comment and engage in it so that people know that you invited them into the room and you value them. All right? So I hope that helps you. Like I said, I spend a lot of time working with businesses, entrepreneurs, mompreneurs, dreampreneurs, solopreneurs, people that are trying to create and grow businesses and transform their life through their purpose and through their passion. And often I see the best of intention. But if making these little changes can grow your engagement by 1 or 2%, if making this happen and just dialing into it at a higher level gets you 1 or 2 more clients or a few more engagements, or fills your downline, then this was worth it, wasn't it? Because after all, what is it that you want to do? You want to grow your influence. And social media is a great way to do it if it's done right. So I thank you for taking a few minutes out of your busy day to join me here on this YouTube channel, where I often talk more about business and less about mindset. My Facebook page, I do a lot more mindset kind of thing every morning. And the YouTube channel is a little more practical, business-minded thing. So if I can help you with either one of those, take a moment and connect to me. Comment below and let me know how I can grow you and grow your business. I appreciate you so much. And again, my name is Reid, and thank you.